These two Israeli embassy staffers were killed by a lone gunman while leaving an event outside Washington, D.C.'s Capitol Jewish Museum on Wednesday night, officials said. Yaron Lischinsky and Sarah Milgrim were soon to be engaged, according to people who knew them, who also said the couple was committed to building bridges between Arabs and Jews in hopes of ending bloodshed in the Middle East. Police identified the suspect as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago and said he chanted "Free, Free Palestine" after being taken into custody.
Free, Free Palestine!
Police say the suspect had fired at a group of 4 people with a handgun, hitting the 2 victims. He's been charged with first-degree murder. Israel faces sustained international condemnation for its escalating Gaza military offensive, while Jewish advocacy groups have warned of a rise in anti-Semitic incidents globally. Here's Ayelet Razin, a friend of Milgrim in Tel Aviv.
They had nothing to do with Israel or Israelis' government policy, the war, nothing.
Investigators on Thursday pored over apparent writings and political affiliations of the suspect and searched his apartment in Chicago. FBI Director Kash Patel called the bloodshed an act of terror, as did Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on Thursday said U.S. President Donald Trump was saddened and outraged by the shooting.
The evil of anti-Semitism must be eradicated from our society. Hatred has no place in the United States of America under President Donald Trump.
I'm talking to him and I'm like, so do you like the museum?
Witness Katie Kalisher told Reuters she was among people in the museum Wednesday night who were chatting to a man who entered looking very scared after gunshots were heard outside.
So he pulls out his keffiyeh and he says, I did it. I did it for Gaza. Free, Free Palestine. And he's chanting this. And then suddenly the police come in and they arrest him.
The museum event for young diplomats was hosted by the American Jewish Committee, an advocacy group that supports Israel and confronts anti-Semitism, according to its website.
I understand that they were supposed to come to Israel next week to announce their engagement. They're a beautiful couple. All this was, violently ended. This is a picture she took talently outside the White House before sessions of briefings that we had. She had a great future, an amazing future ahead of her as a leader, as a professional. She was a people's person. You could see that immediately. She would connect to anyone. And it's a tragedy.
We are sad. We are sad. Yaron was a good friend. He was part of community. He was a good person. He was we always say that God always takes the good ones, and he was one of the best ones. And it makes me very, very sad. But what we're trying to do now is to take his legacy and continue it and spreading good around the world.